video. Today I want to talk to you about marker training. I want to give you my thoughts and ideas on how to use the marker, and I also want to tell you a bit about what I do with my marker training. So I got Rosie with me today. Hi Rosie girl. Yeah, you girl. She is absolutely keen and ready to do some training, you girl. Yes, you are. Now, marker training, what is that? Well, I've titled this video clicker training because that's pretty much what most people probably are aware of, is clicker training, which is one of these things. This is a clicker. This is a very basic clicker, except it does have a whistle. Ooh, it's exciting. It does have a whistle on it, but ultimately it's a basic clicker. It has no adjustables on it, and it just does exactly what it's meant to do. Okay, so Rosie is a new dog to this. I've never trained Rosie in this environment before. The last time I trained Rosie, in fact, she was really young, marker training with her. Now I've got a clicker, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of clickers. Just for one simple reason, I'm not a fan of clickers, is really because they're a bit clinical. They're a little bit click, reward, click, reward, and I just find that boring. It's just so boring. Get involved with your dog, make it fun. But for the purpose of this video, I am going to show you how to use a clicker and other markers as well. Now, my preferred method of marking the behavior is to use a verbal marker, which is I just say yes. A lot of trainers use it. It's not a big secret. It's not just me. A lot of people do it. But I like to use the word yes because it means nothing else, and I get involved with the dog. So when I can do it, say, yeah, good job, well done, yes, and I get to train with her. Of course, I could do that with a clicker, but you see so many videos where people are just click, reward, and it's just so boring. You need to find something much more exciting for the dog. Yes, they love it if it's just food, and it's. If they're food orientated, then of course they'll love it because it's just food and that's what they like. But I want to get involved with my dog, with all of my clients. I want to get involved with the dog. I want to train with the dog. I want to be a part of that training. I don't want to just be a dispenser. And it also, with the word yes, for me, it allows me to start using play as a reward and fussing as a reward. Which again, yes, you could do with a clicker, but it just kind of steers you away. The clicker steers you away from thinking you should do anything else. It's very much I've got a clicker and that's it, that's all my dog needs to know. So I'm not a great fan of clickers, but it's not to say they're no good, because they do work, they do exactly what they're meant to do. They are as good a marker as the word yes. I just feel that yes, I can do a bit more with the dog. So let's get straight to it though. How do we use a marker? How do we use a clicker to help a dog? Well, first of all, let me just briefly tell you the history of clickers, and very brief. And the idea is, it's to mark a behavior at distance. So the dog can be told, or the animal, it was sea life it was actually used for, and it was when they completed a task at a distance, it was marked, and they come back to shore, you give them a fish or whatever, and we were able to pinpoint that exact behavior they were doing, no matter where they were, as long as they were in distance of the noise, they knew what they were doing was correct. But to get to that point, we have to do other things. This is what we have to do first. Now, Rosie isn't clicker trained or marker trained. However, sneakily, I probably did a little bit with her setting this up just to get her into it, but she's not actually clicker trained. So we're still very early on in the stages of training her to a marker. But here we go. This is how we do it. This is a really simple bit. Now, just so you know, I'm using Rosie's own food, her own kibble. This is her food, okay? I'm not using treats, I'm not using sausages, I'm not using chicken, I'm using nothing but her food. Now, some of you may have a dog that doesn't like their own food, seemingly doesn't like their own food, but they will like it if you just build up a bit of an appetite for them. If they build up an appetite for that food, they will enjoy it, they will have it, because they'll have no other source of food. And it's not that they don't like it, but yes, they probably would choose real chicken over dried biscuit. But watch how Rosie enjoys this food. All of my dogs are on their own dry food. This is not a question of whether it should be dry or raw or wet or anything. This is just about what I'm doing with their food. Whether you are using raw, you can use raw and do this. Whatever you want to do is up to you. This is not the video for that. This is pure and simple how we clicker train. Or how we train from a marker. I'm going to use two markers. I'm going to use a verbal marker, which is my preferred method, which is the word yes, and I'm going to use a clicker. I'm going to do them together just so you can see exactly how they both work side by side and how we're going to condition the dog to understand. Now she will respond to the both as I'm doing them. My dogs in particular are trained to both. They are trained to a clicker, and they are trained to a verbal cue as well, or a verbal marker, sorry, not a cue. So this is how we're going to do it. It's really simple. The first stage, this is the easiest bit of the whole clicker training or marker training. However, I would advise you to do it indoors. I'm outdoors right now and it's really windy. There's a few distractions, nothing much, there's nothing around me, but I know Rosie's focused. She wants this food. You can see she's right there. She is watching this food. She wants this food for everything. So here we go. So we go yes and click at the same time. Yes. And I'm giving her the food every time I do it. Yes. I give her the food. Yes. Now, this is about training her, yes, to understand that when this noise happens, or when she hears me say yes, yes, she'll get something in return for it. Initially, it's the food, yes. Eventually, it's going to be praise and play, and not food all the time, yes. Yes. At the moment, we've got something called a continuous schedule. I'll post a video up about that another time, but for now, just go with it. Yes. 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 And condition. Now, the next stage is to find out, does she know what those words mean? So there's a couple of things we can do here. The first thing I'm going to try, now she may or may not do this, I'm not sure. We're going to try it though. Now there was an opportunity there and I missed it, but it doesn't matter. I didn't explain what I was going to do, so I couldn't really do it, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw one piece of kibble on the floor and I'm going to say the word yes. Okay, yeah, good girl. That was actually quite good. She did come back up, she looked, she knew I'd done the word and the noise. Now, what I'm going to do, yes, is to continue trialing to see whether she has understood or understands what the marker is. And we just do that time and time and time again. Yes. Okay, see how she's not moving ahead? Yes. She's not moving ahead towards me, so she's not quite conditioned to it yet. She doesn't quite understand this means food. What we want is if she's got her head down and we make the noise, she goes like this, straight up to look at that food. So we're going to wait a little bit. We're going to do it a couple more times, then wait to see if she looks away. Yes. And if she looks away, yes. We'll try again. If she does look up, then we know she's got it. But we do this time and time and time again. Yes. Yes. Good, well done. That was much better. That was her watching. Yes. Now, I'm not asking her to do anything. What I want from her is just to understand that this means, or the noise I'm making means food. She could be standing if she wants, I don't care. She could be doing handstands, I don't care. Anything she wants to do, as long as she learns that the clicker or the noise I make is the marker and it represents food, that's all I'm interested in. And it just comes over time. Yes. 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 So I say it, or I click just before the food comes. Yes. So that she understands. Yes. Yes. Good job. Yes. 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 She's gonna look away. We'll wait for her to look away. She probably won't because I got my hand in the bag, but we'll wait. Let's see if she does it. Try not to look at her. I'll try not to look. She's got a very cute face though, so it's very hard not to look. I'm hoping she looks away a little bit. Yes! Yeah, that was the one! Good girl, well done! Yeah. Yes! Yeah, that was the one! Good girl, well done! Yeah! That time she looked away, and the second I made the noise, she looked back. That's what we want. Now, we need to do this lots and lots and lots and lots. This has to happen over tens of minutes, if not a few hours of doing this, and doing it regularly over perhaps a week, just to make sure they absolutely know what it is that you're asking. So, how do we apply it to training? Well, it's really simple. In the first stage of the actual training, using it in training, we're going to get the dog to come with us. Okay, babe? Now you're doing all the things. I just want one. Sit. Yes. Reward. So I mark her behaviour, which is the sit. Once her bum hits that floor, I mark it and I say yes. Yes. Good girl. Ready. Sit. Yes. Good job. Okay, and now she's learning that. Sit. Yes. Good job. Well done. So she knows. Sit. Yes. Good job. Every time she puts that bum on the floor, I'm giving her the reward and marking it. Sit. Yes. Good job. Ready. Let's do something else. Down. Down. Yes. Good job. She's going down, I'm marking that behaviour. And that's how the marker works. When they do the right thing, we mark it, we say yes, we click, we give her the reward. That's how it works. And more importantly, I'm using her own food. So she's eating her lunch here. Sit. Yes. Good job. Well done. Till next time, see you again.